as above and so below. Welcome or welcome back to Scarlet Tarot. Reading into some very interesting interesting things today. I feel like there's a lot of anticipation for something. There's been something that's feels like a long time coming. And I think you already kind of know what it is. I'm getting like a sense of familiarity. Like, I think you understand and know what this might be. And it's been a long time coming, and you might already have confidence in what the outcome is going to be. And it could be actually a very positive outcome, and but in your mind you still can't get past like, oh, but what if it's not positive? What if it's not good? What if I actually did fail? That's sort of the vibe that I'm getting right now. I feel like this isn't gonna be for everybody. This feels like a very niche and narrow collective today. Very interesting, very specific energies. I feel like you're going through something that is going to change you in a way, and I feel like it's going to be positive. A positive change. You could be making changes within yourself at this moment, and it might feel like it's a little sudden, but I do think it's within your highest good. Your highest self is at least expressing this. I feel like it's a really hard feeling to describe it. There's a lot of pressure in here right now. So, like, it feels like you've almost taken a punch by the universe, been like, oh my god, kind of something like that. But the punch wasn't bad, it was just that it's happening now. It's going. This is starting to happen. The things that you've calculated, that you thought in your head for such a long time, is like, I want this to happen. Come on, hurry, 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 hurry. But now that it's actually starting to happen, you feel like you've taken a punch in your solar plexus a little bit, and you're maybe a little winded. Have you maybe feel winded, like even if you're very athletic, going up a regular flight of stairs right now would make you feel winded. So that's sort of the energies that I'm feeling right here. If you're not feeling like that, or if you're not experiencing those really intense feelings or emotions right now, this is probably not for you. This has to be something that, like, you've been given some news, or you've been told something that there's a very quick deadline that's coming up, and you've been waiting for it for so long, but you still don't feel prepared. But you are prepared. I feel like you are prepared, and I feel like the universe and your guides are just trying to show you that you are prepared, just not in a spoon feeding, or like, part of your journey thus far, I feel like, has been you're preparing for these moments. You've been healing. You've been going through a lot. Maybe you have a lot of gas. Maybe you're bloated lately. Who knows? That could also just be a personal issue. And I feel like maybe you've gone through a lot of changes. You've gone through a lot of growth, especially personal growth. You could be trying to like yourself or love yourself a little more. But I definitely feel like there's been a lot of growing pains and a lot of long growing period, because I feel like you went through, this feels like a long time ago. It could be a few years ago. I'm seeing like 2, 3, some of you 4 years ago. Like, this could be a long time coming kind of thing, where you went through a catastrophic change. It was very sudden. And then you had to pick up all the pieces. It was like almost like it was a tower moment. but this whole tower thing, you had to pick up all the pieces. It's like if Lego broke, or if you watch in Lego games or something like that, something breaks and it's just pieces everywhere. You have to basically pick up the pieces and rebuild this tower. And right now there's that same tower is, you've got all the pieces there, it's all built. And this is causing someone else to have their own tower moment. But you can't see that, you're only feeling it. But yeah, that's what I'm reading into for this. If none of that resonates with you, this is not the reading for you. This might be for maybe later down the road. If you want to listen to it anyway, go for it. But if those sorts of feelings, or if those sorts of things, if they don't resonate with you, it's not for you. So, felt like a sharp pain of like, yup, you're about to get like, blah. Yeah, everything, what you've built is causing them to have another party or whatever. They can't, I feel like they're watching you from afar, but they're not close to you. Like they're not in your immediate life. They're just leering and looming, basically. And you can feel their presence uncomfortably, I feel. And you can't describe, like, maybe, like, you can like, the feeling that I'm talking about if this reading is for you. You know what that feeling is like, that those eyes that you can't see, like the owners of. You feel the gaze, but you can't see where it's coming from. You've been getting that maybe a little bit more often. This is also maybe for very few of you here, but take heed in that. Your gut feeling, listen to your gut. Those eyes that are watching you, they shouldn't be, and they know that they shouldn't be, but they can't help it. That's part of their own issues. But anyway, I'm going to get into the cards. If that resonated with you, amazing. And I'm glad that you're still here. If not, then this reading's not for you again. But I'm gonna get into these. I want to know about this energy, this situation. What do we have in store here for this collapse there? Oh my god, that flew right out. What do we have in store here? What is going on with them? Oh, too many, please. What's going on? What's with all this energy that I'm feeling this? What can we do here? No. Calling to fix my posture. Okay, too many. We need quieted messages, please. There's a lot of noise. Just quiet and, yep, bring what you can. We have Temperance that fell out. I want to see if it's meant to go in a different direction. Kind of looks like it wants to go there. It wants to go in reverse. This one wanted to come out. You could be working a lot. This could have to do with work, or maybe somebody at your work. Okay. That, and I feel like we need, oh my god. Okay, is there anything else? Okay. The bottom feels hot and heavy. Ships are coming in. Shit's happening. That's the energy behind this. Shit's happening. And then we have, this ended up falling. Oh my god. We got some boobies in here. We got some paint eyes. We got the lovers. We know what happens when the lovers comes out. Got to cover it up because no, we are not allowed to see that stuff, apparently. A lot of reversals today. Every time I put my reversals back, like this came out like this. Here, let's see. Every time the reversals come out, I always put them back right side up. So there's a lot of business here. Okay. I feel like you're struggling to keep yourself balanced right now. And it's leading to a lot of sporadicness that's happening. You could be trying to drown yourself in your work to try and busy your mind. Because some news definitely came in, but it wasn't like you got a incomplete message, an incomplete news of some form, I'm feeling. A message came in without sort of explanation. It's like when someone says, hey, we need to talk, but they don't say what they want to talk about. They just say, hey, we need to have this discussion, we need to have this talk. I feel like it kind of came out of the blue for you, but it's causing you a lot of burden because you're overthinking right now. You can't find maybe a quiet moment unless you're working, unless you're basically putting your nose to the grindstone and working your ass off to try and busy your mind. I feel like that is sort of the state that you're in. This is definitely what I'm feeling, so that makes a lot of sense, at least to me. But I feel like somebody approached you. It could be, I'm feeling like it's somebody that it's not someone that you would regularly talk to. This could be in like a legal sense, like maybe a lawyer, or maybe someone within the judicial system of sorts. They approached you in a manner of, all right, let's start talking about this. We need to talk, kind of way. I feel like it was a very we need to talk, or like that sort of thing. But it caught you off guard, and you haven't had really a moments to get your thoughts together, or if you've had, if you've tried, it hasn't turned out very well. I feel like the worry of bad news is overburdening you a bit. And on the flip side here, we have you, there's another side that I feel like has to do with a specific person, a particular Knight of Swords, who can be someone who holds aggression, or who's not mature, who's very quick to act, who's do something first, ask questions, or give apologies later type of attitude. They're feeling like they're digging their heels in a little bit at this, and it's brought them a lot of imbalance. Like they don't want this conversation to happen, is sort of what I'm getting. They want you to feel burdened. It's almost like they're throwing as many burdens at you as possible to try and burden you, to trip you up in a way. Things feel, they could be having a hard time getting up in the morning. And I really do believe this person is external from you. You don't have really anything to do with this person, because their cards are separate up here, where all your burdens are down here, but they're trying to shoot like more burdens at you, trying to cause you more imbalance, but they're causing more imbalance in themselves. This person to you could have been someone who, oh, we do not want to show that, no pain eyes right now. give you false gifts or false security. Like they're the type of person in cartoons to give someone a gift of sorts just to distract them so they can go around and take what they really want back while they're giving you this false gift. And it's someone that I believe that you had a romantic connection with. For majority of you in this collective, this is definitely an ex that you're dealing with, and it's a very toxic one at that. Someone who is probably very prone to love bombing to get their way, hence these false gifts, while taking what they want from you without thinking that there's going to be any consequences. That's sort of the attitude that, you know, the main catalyst probably for separating. And I think if you separated very quickly, they tried to maybe, I don't know. I'm going to need to pull cards for that. I'm not ready to say it yet. I know what I want to say, but it feels weird. Now these cards over here, I feel like are going to be more or less the outcome. Like you have all this worry and all this is background things, whereas here on the far right is there's going to be a change of perspective because you have the Hangman here. And with this change of perspective, it's going to put you more into a celebratory mood. You're going to be you and two other people. This could be you and your immediate family. This could be you and two loved ones. I feel like that this is a tight-knitted celebration. That this is between you and two other people that were mixed up in all this. I feel like this is going to be really nice, and it's going to change your perspective on this whole entire situation and how it was making you feel, because you have this celebration, but yet you're still not happy. I feel like there's almost a dissatisfaction here for you. It's not a lack of victory, it's just you don't feel like justice was exactly served yet. You feel like more could have been said or done for something. You feel maybe a little jaded even though you do have your victory. Let me check on this one. That one's throwing me off a tiny bit. I'd rather know than not. Okay. So, there's definitely still going to be a change of perspective, but you do have, like, it's not a false victory by any means. It's literally what I was saying. It's like you don't feel like you can trust it, but that's more on a personal level. Like you're not satisfied. You're having to deal with the things that you couldn't predict, basically. And these things that you couldn't predict, you're kind of beating yourself up about. Not being able to predict these circumstances. And I feel like that's all going to come to light when you have this sort of talk or this meeting with whoever it is. But shit's coming in. Stuff's happening. You know? Okay. Definitely I'm going to need clarification. I want clarification on all of this. Let's start with over here. No, too many. Can we know, you could also just be really gassy. I'm so sorry, but I can't help it. What is going on with this message here? Specifically this burden, this message that you have, that you're going to be saying or telling us. Huh. These had pretty much all flipped over within there. Okay. And you got this on the bottom or down there as well. I'm just going to make sure that this is meant to be reversed, because I get a lot of reversals right now, and it's meant to be reversed. All right. So, okay, technically these three came out. There is going to be some form of judgment. I feel like someone is... I feel like someone here was caught up in maybe some lies. Maybe some form of deception, and they were caught, but they didn't expect to be caught. I don't feel like this is you. I do feel like you're turning away maybe from some more feminine energies. You're taking on more masculine roles. And you don't have to be a woman or a man. It's just the energies behind the cards. I feel like if you have children, or maybe this is a legal issue to do with children, like custody kind of stuff, I feel like maybe you're doubting yourself. You're thinking that you're going to be told what a horrible parent you are, or you never feel like you're doing enough, and you're stepping more into your masculine energy to try and fix things. You're going into a fix-it kind of maybe mindset for some. And for this up here, judgment is definitely coming, but it's coming judgment is here with their arms out, but the person who is deceiving or attempting to deceive has their back to judgment. They don't believe that judgment is going to fall upon them, that judgment is, karma's going to bite them in the ass. They don't think that. They're still waiting for their victory, but they don't get one. They're watching and they're kind of waiting for this deception, or for further deception, or they think that they've covered up their tracks. This is so confusing. It's like, this part of the message is very confusing, and I can't show judgment because there's full frontal loving right there in that pot. Okay, I want to see. I'm a little confused about this Seven of Swords in reverse energy, because I'm not good with reversals. You know this. Oh, okay. Yeah, their deception was definitely that's actually very nice. I'm really glad that I looked at that. So it says overqualification, good advice, return of stolen property. I'm not feeling the return of stolen property, but maybe for some of you, there could have been something stolen. Like, I feel like this is something legal for a lot of you. Not for all of you. Some of you could just be dealing with some very messy contractual stuff, I feel like. But I feel like with this judgment, they definitely have a... they don't think that they've done wrong, but the universe is kind of correcting that. Here is what I'm seeing. You're basically going to be uprooting, not uprooting your life or anything, but maybe uprooting your expectations of certain things. You're going to be letting go of certain views within this time that has to do with this message, with this judgment card. Like, things are going to work out the way that they're meant to work out for everyone to receive their greatest lessons. And I feel like you're definitely going through a very big lesson with this, or I think rather you did. You went through the lesson, you're going through the healing process. dipshit is causing shit again, and message is coming through to tidy everything up, basically. I feel like this whole energy that's gotten you in your own head, I don't feel like the message isn't bad. You're taking it from a state in your mind where you're just very anxious. You're not thinking about the positive of what this could be, which is probably why you're stepping more into a masculine form, or you're being asked to help carry with these burdens. You're going to be more than likely turning away once this message is out, once this is all, like, once everything is going back to normal, things are regulating. And they're regulating nicely. It's slow. It's a damn slow process. Like, holy. There's a lot of waiting involved. And a lot of you being in your head. And I feel like you're being asked to look inward. Look at yourself inward a little bit. Because that might help you in the long run. I feel like this return of stolen property thing, it's maybe not like a physical property that, it could be time that was stolen from you, or those sleepless nights, or your peace of mind that was stolen. It's being brought back to you. You might be disappointed with some of the things that are brought back, but that's life. I feel like you just shrug it off and you're just like, you know what? This isn't the worst thing to happen. This is fine. I feel like that is what is going to end up happening for you. It's just going to be like, it is what it is. Okay? It's not the worst thing that I could have heard. It's not what I was expecting or hoping for, but it's still okay. So I feel like that is probably how this conversation is going to go. It's just going to be like, oh, okay, it puts things more maybe into perspective for you. Can I feel like I need another card or two. Just to... Okay. Can I have a little bit more clarification? Okay. This love match that you had with this person, that gave you a full-flowing cup of love, and they absolutely betrayed you. Betrayed your trust, betrayed your love, betrayed... Basically, if there's a way that they could betray you or hurt you, they did it. That's clarification on who this is. How does this end up working out? What about this whole conversation? Oh, okay. What about this whole conversation thing? This meeting of sorts. No, too many. This whole meeting of sorts. What can the seeker, the collective, find about how this all turns out, this whole outcome? You step into your Queen of Swords energy. So you go through a transformation where you're feeling into your more masculine energies, but then you step into a fierce feminine. And I've always found that the Queen of Swords has both masculine and feminine energies. It's like a nice balance. You step into yourself and you feel you balance. You know what needs to be done. You know what you have to do. And we need the energy on the back. That's balance. The Two of Pentacles is balance. You know what you need to do. You've transformed. You've transformed into just... The Queen of Swords might not show it, but she's, like, so beautiful. She's beautiful and soft in her... Sorry, I didn't realize that it had stopped. I was saying that the Queen of Swords is beautiful in in a feminine sort of way at times, because she has her, like, the butterflies, which mean like growth and change, in her dress. And she's staring off, and she's like ready to fight. She's not necessarily wanting to, but she'll pick up the sword if she has to. I feel like this is who you're transforming into. You're stepping into your Queen of Swords energy at this, like, at the end of this time. And it's making you stand firm. You're learning who you are, which is going to be very helpful for you, I think. Oh, all right. Interesting. And for all this is going to take, the structure is falling down, but you're finding prosperity. You can find prosperity in the material world. You can find prosperity again, through financially, I could see. Because, I mean, you are still working hard to tune all this out. So, I mean, that does give you maybe an extra little cushy thing, maybe for a celebration of sorts, because you're working hard. But structure is... If you've been living in a very tight, very scheduled structure, that's falling away right now. Or at the end of all this, it's falling away. Where you're not going to be structured as strictly, or you're not going to have, because structure is good, but too much structure isn't good. And I feel like too much structure has been in your life for a long time. Maybe you've had, like, to do a lot of alarms, a lot of meetings, you had to keep track of a lot of things. You don't have to do that anymore. The lesson's already been learned. You have all the information, and I feel like you have actually a bountiful amount of information and all that. You don't have to live scheduling or planning every tiny little last detail anymore. You can live a little bit more freely. You still will have the Queen of Swords want and need for some form of structure, but you'll be making the structure for yourself, and you'll be making the structure for the betterment of you and the, others around you. You're gonna have a lot more freedoms. You might feel like the temptation for a lack of discipline might happen, but I don't feel that at this time. As long as you keep forward and you keep thinking about, the end goal, which you're really seeking, that'll help you balance everything out. Now, I have the pink oracle, and we're gonna see what is it that oh my goodness. Is there any other oracles that we need for collective here for this specific situation? Can we have what is going on? Oh, okay. I didn't realize we had two. It's feeling hot in the back. I need this one too. And this one. Not that one. Okay. I very rarely pull cards out, so that to me is a little significant, needing those specific ones. Oh my gosh, we actually got a lot. All right. Okay. So first we'll start here. We got peace first. So finding peace, a state of mental and emotional balance, free from anxiety and disturbance. So yeah, I feel like you need to meditate. Maybe try meditation. I'm not the greatest with meditation myself. I find the best way for me to meditate is for me to just sit in silence, and I like to do this sometimes at night, in the evening times specifically. It's just sit and just breathe. Let your mind wander, but you'll find peace and maybe some form of silence for a little bit because everything is always so busy. Or if you don't want to be in silence, music can be really healing. It can be very nice. We have Labyrinth. It says situations that are often difficult to understand or solve, complex, and where finding a way out is challenging. So I feel like this whole thing, this whole mess has been a lot, like, really difficult for you to deal with. I feel like there's been a lot of times when maybe logic, or rather somebody's lack of logic really disturbed you, or really, really got to you. It's like, but why? And it's the why statements some people just never bother to answer, and it's to make others suffer. And I feel like a lot of what's been going on in this situation is you've been asking why, but the thing is there is no answer. They're just doing it just to get at you. I feel like this whole situation has been really difficult for you to understand why it's like this, or why the whole system and situation in general is like this. It's frustrating. You've probably felt a lot of frustration going forward with this because you think it's going to happen one way because that's the most logical way, but then it just turns and twists. And I feel like this person who you were involved with, or maybe you're involved with this legal stuff, is doing it on purpose to kind of keep you in a box. But I don't feel like their little labyrinthian box is, you know where the exit is, and you've been pointing at it for a while, and they're just pretending not to see it. They're lost within their own labyrinth of their own creation, is what I kind of feel. But finding a way out, you know the exit, it's just they're lollygagging on you. And we have Mixer, which is the coming together of differences, chaos, oh my god, chaos, confusion, complex situations. So everything's getting mixed up right now. This labyrinth situation, everything's going into a pot, it's getting stirred around, getting mixed up, and the final result is coming. I don't think in this message, if it's not this immediate meeting that you're going to have, or this discussion that you're going to have, it's going to be soon after that where things are going to start to mix together, and it's going to get complex. It's probably going to get more complex before it gets easy. Which honestly, I'm so sorry. That's probably not what you want to hear. But this person is holding on too tight. And they're doing it basically on purpose just to keep you stagnant. They want to keep you in that labyrinth when really they're the ones stuck in it, not you. And come together, collaborate, gather, celebrate. So, like I said, there's still going to be some form of celebration, and this is at a nice little table. I feel like it's going to be you and your immediate family. Like, they don't have to be your family in the sense of blood related. They can be your chosen family. It could be you, your husband or wife, and your kids. Just something that's very small and tight to you. Like the first people that come to your mind when you think about not only the situation, but think about those who will celebrate the ending of the situation with you. This is going to be very important for you and your little community. So this little celebration is still going to happen. I feel like there's still going to be all this mess, but whatever news comes is going to be celebration enough that you're going to want to at least sit down and have like a nice, like sit down and have like a tea or hot chocolate or, you know, something that you don't normally have just within a nice tight little circle of yours. And you have ambition. The desire to achieve and to develop higher status, skills, and success. Compete. So this whole thing that you could be a part of right now is like a competition. And you just you have the ambition, you have the desire to be able to find that success, and I feel like you're going to be successful here. It's going to take more work. You have to deal with all this chaos and stuff, but you have your community. I think an important message about this is, yes, there is going to be some form of celebration in the end, but to be able to reach this celebration, I feel like you have to come together, and you can't just do this alone. You have your team with you. It's with your team, you can do this with your team. I feel like for some of you, you're going to get a final outcome here. Like, I'm feeling like you're going to get, like, it's the end for you of this situation. For some of you, for a few of you, this is going to be the last final message that you get before this happens, before everything tidies up and this chaos happens, and it's going to happen in a whirlwind of sorts. You're not going to feel satisfied because of how fast it was, or you're not going to feel satisfied because you feel like you're gypped. I feel like for some of you, very few of you, you're going to be given an offer, but this offer is going to come at you as like a backhanded kind of shut up note. And I feel like they're going to be telling you, or offering you rather, the thing that you want the most, but you have to give up something. Like, let's say in a legal setting, and because I do feel like some of this stuff is legal, or contractual at the very least. I feel like, let's say you have two main terms that you want. You want to seek justice for a wrongdoing they did unto you. And the other one is you want to keep somebody or something within the situation protected, and they're your number one priority, basically. This could be in a family setting. They could be offering to give you peace of mind of such that they... basically, the two things that you want the most, they'll offer you one in lieu of you forgetting about the other. And I feel like that would be a really hard decision. I cannot make that decision for you. In my situation, I know what I would choose, and I feel like I would be unhappy with the choice. I would pick the thing that would benefit the whole rather than just me. But I feel like I would also feel jaded and angry for having to choose that, because it would be the best option for everything as a whole rather than just for me. I would feel kind of jaded. That's for some of you. And we're just going to look at these. What are these? Fortune and repair. Okay. So, this is a very karmic reading. This is something that has been a long time coming. This is part of your destiny, is what this card is saying, is fortune. Fortune favors the bold, is what I'm hearing. So luck, destiny, and unexpected turns, a symbol of prosperity, fate, and the unfolding of events beyond control. Yeah. These... Oh my goodness. These events are definitely beyond your control, our control. This was gonna happen no matter what, I feel like. This was fated. This is very karmic. This has taken a long time. This has taken a lot of stress. This has taught you a lot of lessons. There's a high amount of versatility here for you. This has been a lot to digest, especially this, like, I feel like this whole thing, this whole mess, it's taken years for you to get to the point where you are. And you might be thinking about all of these, like what you've been through these past few years. It's a lot to digest. But you know what? You've done it. You've made it. This is one of the final pieces to tidy up this whole mess that you've been dealing with for years. This is like the last little piece. Like, whoever you're going to be talking to, this is one of the final pieces that are falling into place. And I feel like it's their own doing. Now you also have repair, which is correction, restoring to its original state, the effort or fixed repair. But basically, all of these pieces from your previous life, and when I say previous life, I mean there was something so life-altering that happened to you that as you're still dealing with years later, and you're finally getting room to breathe and to finally repair all these little broken pieces that you felt like were keeping you stuck. So I feel like it's like, you know, in a zoo, some zoos or humanitarian companies will breed and keep animals that are on like an extinction list or will be extinct if they don't do anything about it. It's like they've bred all these animals, they've gotten all these, they've saved basically that species, but then they're releasing some of these animals back into the wild and they open the cages and some of these are raised in captivity and they don't know what to do. It's open now. Like this is done. I don't have to stay here. I don't have to keep doing these things that I've been doing for years now. I don't need to do that. I can go. This is going to be a very shocking feeling for you of just like, I can actually go and do that. Wait, I am free? Like it takes a little while for it to click almost. And that's when you start to repair, you start to correct all these different things that have happened over the past few years. You get to finally fix yourself. You get to feel like you can finally just be fine. Oh. I didn't even try, apparently. Here's your advice, I suppose. Actually, you know what? That was kind of pretty early. I literally was just attempting to shuffle. I'm going to just shuffle them all. If it's meant to come out, it's meant to come out. Okay. Got that one. Wildflower. Live an uncontrolled life, free to grow anywhere, and bound by nothing. See, that's exactly the feeling that I'm getting. And too many. But that's exactly the feeling that I'm getting here, is that you can actually now just go. You have some freedom. You can do that. Rest. Take some rest. Slow down. You don't have to solve everything today. You don't have to worry about this today. Well, this whole situation, you do have to worry about today. But I think it's also, the rest is telling you to just take some time to breathe. Release, lighten your load. Release some of these burdens that you've been carrying. I'm hearing maybe try journaling. Or like writing your thoughts and feelings. I don't mean like getting right into the nitty gritty of journaling, because that could be a lot of stickers and stuff. I've seen people who go into professional journaling and whatever. Play. Find some time to play. Among the grass and the wild violets lie undisturbed little secrets to uncover. Keep your investigating if that's what you like to do. Investigate more deeper into this if that's what you want. But I feel like you need to take some time to just Do things for yourself for a change. Be a little selfish. I think you've kind of earned it a little. Be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. Listen for, like, good things. Listen for the good messages, the good times. Maybe listen to a song. Try and sound little bells. You'll find success. Bloom wherever you are planted. Things are going to work out for you. It's going to take a lot of time. You're probably going to have to be in your head a little bit and just breathe. But you've got this. You can do this, honestly. It's looking... I still feel all this anxiety from you. I still feel all this, like, oh, well, what if I can't? That's a part of what's keeping you in this, is the what ifs, because you've lived for a while in the what ifs and the whys where this other person hasn't, and you're going to be switching, basically. You get to live and be free and feel like that you get to do some repair and you get to follow your ambitions. You have so many good things. You're still going to have to deal with this mess, don't get me wrong, but they're having to deal with the mess of their own creation, whereas you've already found your way out. You're just kind of impatiently waiting for this anxiety and this load to be unburdened from you finally, because it's been so fucking long for you. This balance that you've needed is well deserved. But this is your reading. I hope that helped. And wow, we've been through an emotional journey today. But yeah, I love you. I'm with you, okay? I feel this energy. I'm with you. You're not alone. Your community is here, okay? As within, so without.